to call this meeting to order. It's 9:04, Tuesday, January the 6th, Nelson County Fiscal Court. So, executive session, we will go into that at the end of the meeting. For KRS 61.8101B, deliberations on future acquisition or sale of real property by a public agency, but only when publicity would be likely to affect the value of a specific piece of property to be acquired for public use or sold by a public agency. We'll do that at the end of the meeting. There will be no action today. So, Jeff, you want to lead us in the pledge?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
John, you want to do the prayer today?
Father, we thank you for gathering us this morning, and we just pray that each and everything we do here would bring you honor and glory, and that everything that we would make decisions on today would be for the betterment of Nelson County. And we ask all these things in Christ's name. Amen.
Amen. For the record, Keith Metcalf is on the Zoom. I don't know. Keith, can you hear us? You can't turn it up?
He's shaking his head, yes.
Hey, when you say yes or no, can you see me? Yes or no?
Look, he leaned in to talk to us.
Yeah. Keith called me last night. He's been down with the flu, so he's under the weather.
It ain't going around.
Yes, it
Going
is.
around, I'd say. Approval of the minutes, December 16th and 19th meeting. Y'all have those in your packets.
I didn't notice anything out of line, so I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes as presented.
Motion from Jeff.
Both sets, yeah.
Second.
Both sets, and second by Adam. And any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Do we have any public comment back there, Raymond? No, sir. Okay. I think we did good. Table from our last meeting is the sheriff's budget, 26, and maximum pay order that you have. We discussed just briefly at the last meeting. The proposed budget that you have with you, that Treasurer Rhonda and I basically put together.
Pay order in line with what Raymond presented.
The pay order includes all deputies and assistants per DLG's guidance. It's to include all, everyone that would be paid under
As
law
opposed to him
enforcement.
submitting a pay order for just the deputies that he.
Correct, yeah. Since there is no more one or the other, it's all combined.
Do you have a chance to review it, Raymond?
I'm not agreeing with that budget.
I'm talking about the pay order right now. Is it?
No, because there's line items do not match money. They're blank.
The revenue agrees with what the sheriff submitted. The expense is just salary and then everything else to the fiscal court.
What is left off of from his budget to your budget?
Everything. Everything that he submitted in revenue is coming to the
What
fiscal.
about the expenses side as far as what he's budgeting?
Well, we didn't, I haven't itemized any of the expenses. We will do that when we do our budget for July 1. Anything, any payroll or any expenses that we incur between now and June 30,
Is that the budget?
well, we don't really have anything in the line item budget, but whatever comes, the fiscal court already has a law enforcement budget. So whatever we have in there right now, I only see probably salaries that we'll have to transfer budgeted line items to, but anything as it comes up any bills that we pay on their behalf, we will just transfer from the reserve account. We have,
They're muddy in the water, okay? They've already taken the deputies, law enforcement, and put them on one side. I wasn't even gonna bring this up, because I don't wanna go into a battling system, but this is what they've done. The 7 deputies that are assigned to the sheriff's office, they've taken them and put them on their payroll. So if there's a split, it becomes their deputies. See, follow me?
that is not true.
It is true.
It is not.
Then leave them alone. That's my
There
staff.
is no more yours and ours.
Yes, there
It's all
is.
fiscal court. No, it all belongs to fiscal court now. The courthouse personnel, the sheriff's personnel.
Fee pooling is you pay the bills, Rhonda. That is it. That is it. That's it. Fee pooling is you pay the bills.
I pay the bills, they show up on the fiscal court budget. Therefore, all payroll, all expenses are on my budget.
This budget that they've presented to you guys don't have everything lined out. I don't agree with it. I will not sign it. My budget is lined out, line item for line item, and the expenses, money comes in. I don't have a problem giving the money to the fiscal court. Don't have an issue with it. We'll do that on the 20th or whenever. We were supposed to have a meeting in late December. We didn't have one. We still haven't had one. Today's the 6th. We're going in this blindsided. I don't know how to do it. Never done it. You asked me to provide a list of the things that were different. Line items that are not budgeted on their side, on Rhonda and the judge's budget. Starting from the $880,000 for deputies' salaries. They don't have anything. How you want me to approve a budget, but they don't have nothing until they do their budget? That's wrong. You expecting me to put my name on something that's blank? That will not happen. I promise you that. Some of the line items that they took out, $200,000 on vehicles, total station, flock cameras, just to name a few. And that's well almost near $100,000. Their budget changed to $117,000 or $123,000 difference than mine. And I don't agree with the budget that they have proposed because it's blank. It does not have line item for a line item. So as the sheriff, a sheriff's budget, I don't agree with what they're presenting to you all. I'll be glad to answer any questions if you all have any.
We, just to be clear, we work with DLG, work with local government. Jim, you clear? Your speaker? There's no speaker up here like usual. But we worked with the Department of Local Government, Treasurers. Rhonda has been working with them throughout this process. As an example, we're going to keep paying the bills like we always have. Or some of it like he has. They turned in bills yesterday, Josh. You know, pretty good stack of bills. Just like the jail turned them in. The jailer is not here. He's an elected official. He turns his bills in. We approve the bills here. The only difference is we'll be paying them and we approve them. And I don't think there's been anything in the past that we haven't approved. Usually in your department, everything that y'all have asked for, basically we've approved. We might disagree over a few little things, but the only difference is y'all turn the bills in and this fiscal court approves them just like we do today. You got your bills listed here today. That's the only difference, really, Rhonda.
Yes.
Nobody's disputing that. Not disputing that at all.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm disputing what's on their budget and what's on my budget.
So when you do the fee pulling, that's basically the difference. We've explained that to you all, and Rhonda, and we've talked to DLG. That's really the only difference is the money comes to us, we pay the bills.
I don't have a problem with that.
So when you turn the bills in, like Josh did yesterday, and it's been a holiday, couple of weeks for holidays and going on, some of them actually were showing a little bit late, and of course the mail's a little bit late, and I talked to Chris at the road department yesterday. Some of them actually on there were showing in a little late. We've got 30 days to pay them, Rhonda. You correct me if I'm wrong. We have 30 days to pay the bills, and we always pay them on time. I think our audit last time, they showed there was a few in there that we may not pay in 30 days, but it's because the post office, we didn't receive the bills in time. historically, we pay the bills in 30 days or less. I mean, we've got a pretty clear record of that. Ron, you agree with that? So, but we gotta get the bills in hand, and I'm gonna ask all departments, I'll send an email out, probably today or tomorrow, and make sure everybody starts getting our bills in sooner than possible if we can. It helps us, it helps Rhonda. So because we have to get them ready for the fiscal court meeting. So the bills, like say you turned in yesterday, for example, not just you, 2 or 3 other departments, they're all not on this list.
No.
Not yet, because we didn't get them till after, I don't know, 1 or 2 o'clock.
There's nobody disputing.
Well, I'm just explaining the process, how it's working, so I don't foresee any problems with it. Anything y'all have asked for, I think, in the past, and I don't see where it'll be a problem that we won't pay the bills, so.
I don't think it's a bill question as far as payment. I was asking for the difference between what you had proposed as far as the budget and what his proposed budget looks like. The difference was, you know, if it's a left blank and he's got it itemized, the reason behind leaving off some of the wish lists or behind, whatever that might be. I'm just trying to get an understanding of why and how it comes.
We haven't left off any expenses. I've not specifically budgeted any expenses in the fiscal court under the sheriff until we have
Can you
revenue.
define what you're calling expenses? Because
Any
he's
expenses.
assuming that there's no money in there for block cameras.
There is,
There is.
right, whatever
That's
fees
not
are turned
That's not a
over.
monthly expense in your category. Is the way I take it.
We don't have it yet. We would have to do a budget amendment or a transfer of budgeted funds within the fiscal court budget to bring those items into our budget. We have not yet done that.
So what's the proper way of getting that done?
Either through a budget amendment, which I cannot do until we have new revenue, or we move budgeted appropriations from the reserve account into specific expense accounts, which we do at every fiscal court meeting.
So our next meeting's on the 20th. Is there any way that the 2 groups can make sure that they're both on the same sheet of music by then?
We're
and
talking
that-
about 2 separate different things, Adam.
Right, but I think it's important that everybody understands what's on one sheet and what's on the other and what the difference is, and how, if something comes up, it's brought to us and approved. Are we there yet?
No.
No.
Also, because we're crossing fiscal years and calendar years.
Right.
So we have an entire year that we are budgeting for the sheriff, right, for all of 2026. But for the fiscal court to bring something into our expenses, I'm only doing a budget, so right now, up until June 30. When we start the budget process for fiscal year 27, then we will bring in the additional revenue that the sheriff will turn over to us. Most of his revenue comes in at the end of the year, which will be our next fiscal year. Most of those expenses will be budgeted in our next budget. Anything that we need between now and June 30, we will do as business as usual here, either through a budget transfer or a budget amendment.
And that's where the sheriff's department brings an issue to us with a cost, and then we discuss and approve or disapprove.
Sure, just like any other
Yeah.
department.
Just like all other departments. One thing Raymond will ask you to do, I think, is a breakdown of your expenses. I know most of your expenses that you pay goes in basically up to now, because that's when your revenue's coming in. But from now till, after January, you don't have as many taxes coming in. I don't know what it is per month, so I don't have it. But we'll get Teresa. We don't
buy anything for the sheriff's office until the end of the year. That's when the money comes in.
Right, yeah.
And that's when you're able to buy, like the wish list of the total station and the flock cameras are paid at the very end of the year because there's no money to pay for those things.
Mhm.
Those contract services are November, December, when the tax commission fees, and the sheriff's office is not a tax based money, it's a fee-based office, okay? So the office collects fees for certain things, and that's how that office is run. It's not a tax, like the judge said on his radio show, that the taxes came in. We don't run on taxes. It's not tax money, okay? It's a fee base. Commissions for the collecting of the taxes, which some are 1% for fire departments, and the others are almost 4%. So that's where our fees come in. Fees for serving papers, $60 per paper. They decreased that amount. Who better to know how much money's coming in and how much money has come in every single year that it increases? Who better know that than the sheriff who does the budget for it?
Totally agree with the who might know. My concern is that we're not working together. It's just, there's no difference in your all's world and then in my world. I don't, the only way I know how much I'm selling in each department is asking the department head who might know what's selling. That's where I get my numbers. That's where I get my projections. That's the reason I'm asking for how is this coming together, because if it's not together, then it's not gonna work in the long run of things. We'll end up having to do
If
something
most
else
of the
later.
expenses occur in the later part of the calendar year, then we will integrate those expenses when we do the budget for fiscal year '27. When we present the budget to you in April, May of this year, it will have the sheriff's expenses in there in full.
So what's the difference about approving my budget that it's already there, because I'm a January to December budget? It's already approved. If we got amended in December.
Just a thought. I'm just curious on why, if it's something that we have to leave out because we don't have the funds currently, because we did not budget that in our current budget that we're in, because ours do cross over.
What do you mean by leaving out?
Well, I mean,
Leaving out in his budget or?
yes,
out?
there's a discrepancy between his budget and the one that we're proposing, correct?
The only discrepancy is that on his budget, all the expenses are line item. On the budget that we presented, it's just a payment to the county treasurer for all of the fees that he collects so that we can pay the bills on his behalf. The expenses will run through the fiscal court, not through the sheriff's office. The revenue will only run through the sheriff's office.
But there's something left off.
No.
I mean, okay, so his
Nothing's
total
been
budget-
left off.
So his total budget equals our total budget?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
So how's the audit gonna work on it for the sheriff?
That I don't know. It's
Oh, I
my
know,
first
but
go
it's gonna
around
be
as
on the
well.
sheriff to be accounting for those line items that you guys are trying to approve on my name.
Your audit will basically be an audit of your revenue and then the check that you write to us every month.
Correct.
That's all that your audit will be. My
You're
audit is the one that will
responsible for the
be,
same calendar time that I am.
correct.
To pay the bills on that calendar year.
Sort of.
It is, because you're gonna have to keep it separate, not like you all are trying to do. I promise you.
No.
I've been doing my homework too.
We just,
Because guess whose name is gonna be on?
It's
Not
a
yours,
learning
it's gonna be on the
process.
sheriff.
we're learning.
I don't think it's gonna be a problem, myself. I think it's gonna be the first 6 months is just because there's transition. Now, we talked about this before. We've already went to the fee pulling, we've already passed the ordinance, and it's in law today. DLG is exactly how they recommend it. That's the guidelines that we follow.
Which the ordinance is not legal, by the way. You cannot compensate on monies taken from the deputies, because I don't turn the money. I intend to turn the money over, but you cannot threaten that you're gonna put people off and you're gonna take their pay. You cannot do that.
I don't know where we threatened anybody. I think,
It's in your ordinance, Judge.
County Attorney, did you check our ordinance or fee pulling ordinance?
I didn't see anything about threatening anybody in the ordinance.
Well, I think he's addressing the part of the ordinance that says that the money's not turned over by a certain day, that deputies could be furloughed. Is that correct?
That is correct.
That is in every ordinance, every fee pulling ordinance in the state.
The state of Kentucky.
My council don't agree with it, so.
Well, you have before you the budget that we presented. We've been going through this pretty thorough, and y'all had this information. I'm entertaining a motion to accept this budget as presented and the maximum pay order.
I'll make the motion to approve the maximum pay order for deputies and the budget as presented to the sheriff.
A motion from Jeff. Do you have a second?
I'll second it.
Second to John.
I'm just gonna feel more
More
comfortable.
discussion?
So we got time for a comment?
Yeah, we could discuss
Okay,
it.
I mean, I want to feel more comfortable if we have more cooperation. And then, I understand it's a difficult time, it's all new. I want to make sure everybody's on the same sheet of music and everybody knows what everybody else knows and expects what everybody else expects.
I feel comfortable with the way that kind of it's been explained. I understand that, you know, we're gonna need to transfer some money or have some revenue in there before we have expenses. That'll probably have to be done before the next meeting to pay bills, right?
Until I have new revenue. I don't expect any new revenue until February. Because the fees he collects in January won't be paid to us until February. But we have enough funds in reserve in the general fund to cover any expenses we have for at least the first 2 months.
I believe the pay rate order is probably consistent with what your budget was plus ours, is that?
Correct.
I think so too, yeah, that's pretty about as close as you can get.
I mean, that's, I think the details are gonna have to work themselves out later.
I don't disagree with you, Jeff. I just don't agree with the budget. Make it known to the court, I will not sign this budget.
Understand?
So what happens if he doesn't sign it?
I'll check with DLG. Let you know.
The motion from Jeff, second by John. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Opposed?
Opposed by Adam. Got Keith up here? He'll get that. Thank you. County Treasurer, Rhonda, we've got the bills and transfers. Anybody got any questions on the bills and transfers? We had, an additional bills, we got those, she put in yesterday, as many as she could get in.
Is the insurance proceeds, are those cumulative, or is that for particular?
We had several insurance claims for roof damage throughout the county.
Right.
So,
You had some damage on some different
So-
vehicles too from the sheriff's department, I think
right,
it was one or
but
two.
insurance proceeds on the roof and on vehicle claims. He's asking for the bills.
Specifically the 360,000 and the
Okay.
199,000.
So you're talking about the budget amendment, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Are we doing the budget amendment or are we doing bills?
We're doing the bills right now.
Oh, sorry.
The bills and transfers right now.
So we're doing that on that.
That's all right.
We'll do that separate, John, if it's okay.
Yep.
Bills and transfers and additional bills.
Real quick, do you guys vote on the pay order?
Yeah.
And it was Jeff and John,
Yes.
or was that a motion for the budget?
That was a motion for both.
Both, yeah.
Okay.
The bills, additional bills, and transfers.
I didn't see anything out of line unless anybody else does. So I'll make a motion that we pay the bills and transfers as presented.
Second.
Motion from Jeff, second by Adam. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Keith, y'all keep an eye on him up here for me.
Ray, giving you a thumbs up.
Thank you. Motion carries. Budget amendment, Rhonda, you want to talk about that a little bit?
We just had some new revenue in the county that we need to bring into the budget so that we can spend those funds. Mostly insurance proceeds, like we were discussing a moment ago, for various roofs on our buildings in the county, and we've had a few vehicle claims for the year. So I just want to bring that money into the budget, along with some excess fees from planning and zoning, and we had a little bit of, on a couple of funds, we had a little bit more money on the carryover than we had originally budgeted, so just need to bring those
What's
revenues.
the contract paving, I didn't ask you, is that from the state?
That is, that's additional grant money.
304,000, that's the money.
It was a timing, it's actually a timing of the receipt of some flex funds
Right, okay.
that came from the state, that didn't come in time. So once it came in the current year, we've got to bring it into the budget.
John, you good on that?
Yeah.
Any more, we'll take a motion to accept the budget amendment as presented
I'll make that motion.
from Adam, second by
I'll second it.
John. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Judge, can I bring up item number 9 again?
Yes, you can.
So I know that Adam Whitley voted no. Was that no for both the budget and the maximum pay order?
I mean, it was one
The
motion.
motion was
I know.
presented together.
Correct. So, but did you intend to vote that way, or do we need to take separate votes?
Yes, it'll be a no both ways.
Okay, that's all I need to know. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll go back, let's see, resolution for playground equipment. I think, Catherine, we emailed this out to you guys yesterday. We talked about this before, and we have a company that we want to put playground equipment at, in this particular project would be Culvertown Park, and then the Boston Park area down there beside the community center. And Catherine, you want to get into that a little bit?
Yes, so there was a 50-50 matching grant with Game Time. So we chose the triple combo is the playground that we got. That is 50-50. The swings are not considered a structure, so they were not 50-50. So it'll be the same structure at both the Boston Pavilion and at the Culvertown Park. So it'll be this year, and we'll give you a copy of it, June. And that'll be at both of them. It'll be dark green and tan in color. The cost of the fiscal court will be $68,154.99. We do not have to bid that out. We are on the contract, so we don't have to bid that out. This does not include the playground borders, the wood fiber surfacing, or the installation. That would be an additional almost $50,000 to do that. So talking with Brad Spalding, they're going to do the installation and work on getting cheaper costs for the border and the surfacing for that.
Keith, you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Okay. One of these is in his district, the other one's in EMT's at Boston. This is what I presented to you guys, I don't know, a month or two ago about the funding on this part is really coming out of the, to pay for this is out of the tower that we sold at the Culvertown Park is where the revenue's coming from for our portion of it. And you get them to pay 50% of it, it's pretty good.
So Catherine, for clarification purposes, timing of when this needs to be done for grant purposes?
No, there is no timing on it. Their lead time is about 6 weeks out, so we can order whenever. I did tell them that we have some groundwork to do, at least in the Boston area for sure, to kind of build that ground up. It's a little swampy right there, so they're willing to work with us on that. And then they offered to come out for 2 days to help us at no cost to do
Show them how to
kind
put
of
it together.
coordination and things like that, yeah.
Brad, you need some advice how to put it
We're
together?
gonna need all we can take. I'll put some of those together, and it's gonna be a process. That's what I wanted you to cover was the Boston area EMT, you know very well where we want to put it, it's very wet.
Right.
We got some stuff we need to do. Needs to be out of winter. Guess what we do when we come out of winter is bulk yard and pickup.
Yeah.
So it'll have to be after bulk yard and pickup before we truly get down there and start. And it's might dry out. Culvertown, Keith, we may be able to work that in between winter time and the start of bulky item pickup, because up there's a lot of shell, and it's a little easier, you know, as far as that. So I just wanted to cover the timing of that for the public.
So you talked about putting it together, and on a lot of these things, the company assembles it, so does this include assembly on site or not?
They offered that, but between all that, it was going to be an extra $50,000 between the assembly and the order and things like that, so.
We're looking for volunteers, Adam.
You got
I can supervise.
$50,000, I figured Brad with his engineering expertise,
Yeah.
he could probably help us on that.
It'll be some long days.
I appreciate a motion to accept this as presented, and Catherine's put a lot of time in on this, to get this project done. And we've got some more we're gonna do in the future that we hope we can do in the next budget.
I'll definitely make the motion to accept that.
Motion from MT,
Now second.
second by Jeff. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Keith, you got that?
Oh, yeah, he's a double thumbs up there.
I think he actually seconded it, but it's fine.
Jeanette, you got it?
Yes, sir.
Public Works, Brad?
Okay, so today we're starting to move in furniture to the second floor of the old courthouse. Hopefully that'll take a day or two maybe. We wanted to do that because they're getting ready to place some new terrazzo flooring. That's the marble-looking flooring, is what that's called, on the first floor. And then we have to refinish all of that flooring to make the new match the old. So I'm trying to get all furniture in upstairs so we're not tracking over the new flooring downstairs. So that's where we're at that project. We're really starting to move that along. I do think we'll meet the judge's goal of February
15th or something.
Yeah, something like that. Okay, Stevens Lane, the plan is tomorrow, guardrail for the bridge itself is showing up, and we'll finish the approaches. If that occurs, notice I say if, I will send something out saying it's open. John, it will have rock approaches for a while to let it settle. That does get some what they call approach guardrail on it. That's just a scheduling thing. If I had to assume what's going to happen, when they get done with Sullivan Lane, they'll have the main guardrail crew come do both. On Sullivan Lane today, they're tying up rebar and forming. If they get things done, they'll pour the slab on top of the deck tomorrow. If not tomorrow, they may do it on Thursday or Saturday. It's kind of weather dependent on that job. But the beams have been set. It's just now you got to pour a top slab on it and get guardrail on it.
On slab, that's it, 7.
So that is a function of temperature. Typically it's 21 days at this time of the year, Jeff, or they can do cylinders to move that along. I would assume 21 days is what and John, yours has met that already. You're past that time frame, so we're ready to open that one as soon as we get this guardrail. Excuse me, sir?
Do they usually take some?
Oh yeah, I'll make them take cylinders. They got proof to me the concrete's going to cure correctly.
Break 3, 7?
We break 7, you can do 7, 21, 28, and 56. So usually they get 3 or 4 sets of cylinders. But yeah, they have to prove to me the concrete's good before I'll put traffic on it. And that's all I have for those big projects that we're doing.
What about, maybe used any salt yet?
We've used a little bit of salt, not much. I bet we haven't used 10, 15 tons so far. So the 10-day forecast still looks good. So keep crossing your fingers that we continue to go along. We got a long ways to go before we get out of this winter. The one thing I do want, and I sent this to the news meeting, and Brad reminded me, Patton Road at around 3,700. Patton Road, it is closed down today and tomorrow. We're replacing some culverts there. It's a very narrow little crossing. They've got ways out. It's not a big deal. Schools were notified, all emergency management. So basically, I take our email that we got for this meeting and I respond to everybody on that. So if you get any calls, questions, Keith, you and I have discussed that, Keith Metcalf. So it's been a project he's been needing to do, and we try to work it in.
One thing Brad and I have talked about, just lets the magistrates know, I think I told Keith that last night on this Patton Road, that if you drive around and look at, especially after the flooding on top of everything else, is shoulders. I know we did some work in Adams, I forget what road last year. If you really look at the shoulders and ditches, water is what really tears up shoulders and roads. It's the water damage, freezing, thawing, so we'll try to, hopefully if Rhonda has any money left over, we're going to try to appropriate a little more money this coming year to focus on shoulders as much as anything else, especially where the roads are a little bit narrower, and try to chip seal the shoulders. It makes it a whole lot better project, and it lasts a lot longer instead of the rock washing back in the ditches and so on. So just for information purposes, we talked about that a little bit. So
MT, we did it on QA Sloop. After the state got done with their project, because so many people got off the edge of the road, we went back to chip seal it. And Adam can attest, it's not perfect,
No, but
it's a lot better than
I think there was
it
one place there that washed a little bit afterwards, but the rest of it's done very well. And
We've had on Petersburg too, I think.
Yep.
Backs up.
Yes. So,
Do you know if the Hughes loop was lightened out just a little bit also?
so it gets widened out by that particular shoulder.
on that far end, going toward the Boston, going out, we blacktop some of that on the shoulder coming through.
Yeah, I was just curious if it got.
So usually it's a 15-inch blade that we put out that we widen, but it's meant for a shoulder. You have to be careful because the shoulder now gets used as a driving lane.
Right.
And And that's good and bad. Sometimes you widen roads is good, sometimes you widen the speed picks up. So,
I just know it's a little bit of an issue when we had that closed down with cars coming around
Very
together.
good. It was a tough situation, that's right. We got through it.
Yeah, it was a project, but anyway, it worked out. So you got, is that all you got, Brad?
That's me.
John, he skipped today, you got the flu?
No, I'm here.
Oh, there he is.
Moved over a couple seats. Giving thanks to the garbage guys, it's the busiest time of year. It's, you look out and see everybody's got twice as much garbage for the Christmas holiday, so give thanks to those guys. It's good to get through it. Finishing up Hurricane Hill, just the last few punch list items. Got to meet with Homeowner Association Wednesday to go over and make sure everybody's good with that.
You did meet with them?
I will meet with them. It's
Okay.
coming up with tomorrow.
Good, that's
So
good. We
to
need
make
get
sure,
that.
just make sure every little thing's buttoned up.
Then you got the text I sent you from one of the owners
Mhm.
last week? So
Yes,
all the-
so, just working last few details, since we were in charge of installing a line, we're dealing with the property owners, and we're dealing with the city of Barstown, since they're installing the meter, so we're just kind of making sure everything's coordinated, making sure everything's going smooth, so, got to get that one wrapped up.
Good project. Get a lot of rock, it's a tough one. What else you got, John?
That is it.
I want to say thank you to the garbage guys. I was on the radio show a week or so ago, and I was bragging about them a lot because it's probably, I think it's labeled maybe the most unsafe job. It's way up there in rankings nationwide if you look at it.
Yep.
And we had a few comments on Facebook and a few calls about garbage cans, and if y'all heard me ramble on about that a little bit, but as far as I'm concerned, they do a hell of a good job. And I want to say that publicly, and everybody needs to have patience with them, and
If I can make a comment on that too.
ice and snow and rain and 120 degrees or 20 below zero, they get their garbage picked up 99.9% of the time. So they're doing a great job, and I want to commend them for that.
Same as well, because they do a tremendous job. I had several calls after that really windy Monday. You know, people show up, get home at 4:30 or 5 o'clock, and the garbage cans are blown all over the place. And it's not the garbage guy's fault. I just need the public to be patient and realize that on those windy days, those cans blow around. And I've stopped 5 times from town to home and picked garbage cans up out of the road for people because the wind blows them out. But if we could somehow come up with a plan on those windy days to make sure the cans either get in a ditch that's a little depressed or something to keep the things from blowing out in the road. But I did get a couple phone calls after that windy day about cans blowing out in the road, which is not our fault, your fault, it's just nature.
I'm going to bring a resolution up that you ride around after the windy days. Take care of that problem.
I will see what I can do.
Try riding around, throw them in the ditch and see what you get.
I understand.
I
I know, but
You
it's
talking about getting some calls about
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them went on the ditch, some of them
That's,
went.
we get every call. Some
I
people
think we
look
need
at
to
the
take
ditch,
them back to
some
the,
people ditch.
take
I
them
know, I
up.
understand.
Can you take them back up, put them behind the house? That'd
That's
be
right.
a good job.
I did that for about 3 neighbors now.
Uh-oh.
I don't need any more.
It's election time coming up, you probably.
Oh, yeah. Okay, county clerk's budget and the maximum pay order. As presented, you have this in your packet. I think your maximum pay order is what, 980,000,
Yes, sir.
I believe.
Which that hasn't changed from last year. I had a lady retire and another lady had quit. I had not replaced them yet, but I want to keep this in my budget just in case I do need them, another replacement. So that hasn't changed any from last year.
If you don't need them, I mean, you can send this money back.
Exactly.
That's a hint.
I will make a motion, we approve county clerk budget and maximum pay rate.
Got a motion from Jeff,
Second.
second by Adam. Any more discussion? All in favor? Opposed? You see Keith. Keith Turner. Is he on here?
Yeah, he's stumped up. He's
All right, thank you.
over your left shoulder, Judge.
Motion carries. Brad Metcalf, we have a EMD, that stands for, what's it stand for?
Emergency medical dispatch.
They dispatch, we had we had made a motion and bid this out, so we need to reconvene that motion. Brad, you want to explain that a little bit on Southern Communications, right?
No, this is with,
No, this is the other one. This is the
total response.
total response.
So this is, I'll have to apologize, it's because I made a mistake. When we had the first, when we bid this out, bid came back in, I was under the impression that it was a cloud-based program that many dispatch centers had said that they did not want to use, they didn't like it. They tried it out, tested it. So I asked you all to throw the bid out. I was in error. That was not what they bid. They actually bid the right program. It is an on-premise program, and it is the one that everyone likes. So with your permission, I'd like to ask for a motion to reconsider that vote where we threw the original bid out.
I make the motion of having prevailed, or voting on the prevailing side, and we'll reconsider the vote. Court come on December 2nd regarding the bid for emergency medical dispatching program for dispatch.
We have a motion from Jeff,
I'll second that.
second by John. Excuse me, any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Keith, aye.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Opposed? So motion carries.
With that being said, I'd like to ask for a motion to accept the bid from Total Response for $50,938.
You think this is accurate?
Yes, sir. I hope so.
You'll see that on there, $50,938, and need a motion to accept that.
I'll make the motion to accept the total response bid.
With a motion from MT, second by Keith.
See,
That's a point of discussion that says that includes a 10% end of year discount.
Yes, sir.
We're still getting that?
They extended that for us.
It saved us, I think,
$5,600.
$5,600 what we save by doing this, Jim, if you want to put that in your notes. So, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you, Keith. Keith, you got a master report?
I would like to thank Brad for working on the Patton Road project on time. It's been needed for a long time. Thank you also, Bill. I know you've done some work on it too. Catherine, thank you for your devoted work for the playground. I absolutely appreciate it.
Keith thanking Catherine for working on the playground equipment, and me and Brad Spalding for working on the Patton Road project. I'll relay that to Brad Spalding. He's been working on that for some time. So thank you, Keith. Jeff?
No report here.
John?
No, sir.
Adam?
No.
MT?
Take a little time to thank Road Department and John Greenwell for seeing the Hurricane Hills project that you spearheaded. Big project for the area in Boston, and also Catherine seeing through to finalize, and we can't wait to put her on a swing down there in Boston.
Yeah, put that on video. New hires, I have Ashton Tunstall at EMT part-time, Charles Sabino EMT part-time, Tabitha Strouser EMT part-time, Kenneth Greer advanced EMT part-time, Haley Beavers dispatcher part-time. Entertain a motion to accept these new employees. So moved. From John, second. Second by Jeff. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Judge, did you want to talk about the CAECO safety grant for the jail?
I do, but I do have it in here.
It's right in front of you, the blue post-it note.
Little sticky note. Yeah, this is Southern Communication piece. That's what we talked about the other day. Let me finish this one. I've got an appointment here, Robert Cecil, and Cole Cecil's the manager there, and Robert wants to be reappointed to the North Nelson Water District. So I need to entertain a motion to reappoint him for 4 years beginning January the 11th.
I'll make a motion to appoint Robert Cecil to the North Nelson Water District Board of Directors for a term 4 years, beginning January 11th.
Second.
I got a motion from Jeff, second by Adam. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We send this out. We had an email.
Yes, we sent it out yesterday.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and explain it, and I'll let you take it. This is a grant that we also we got from some equipment through CAECO. I think it was CAECO, right?
It was CAECO, yes. They did a safety grant, so we had multiple applications for Nelson County, but they only allow one. So we decided to move forward with the jails, and they approved it. It's to upgrade their communications radio system. So it's going to ensure more reliable emergency response communication and reduces equipment failures. So the CAP grant was $9,500 with an 80% reimbursement rate. So that cost was little over $8,700. So the Nelson County Fiscal Court portion will be about $1,700, $1,744.33.
You don't have copies? You don't have copies?
We had an
We had an email.
Oh, you had an email, that's right, we sent that out yesterday. So this is it's just another upgrade, but it saves us a lot of money. So I entertain a motion to accept it as presented
I'll make that motion.
from MT. Second by John. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank y'all. I don't know if I need to, I probably need to clean copies up. Why do you write them on my stuff for?
I've got a few copies.
You got a clean one? Yeah.
Anything you need on that. Get my kneecaps on this.
Yes, exactly.
Missed anything, Carol? I need a motion to go out of regular session into executive session.
Make a motion that we leave regular session, and go into executive session.
Motion by Adam, second by John, all in favor?
Aye.
Or Jeff, second by Jeff, I'm sorry. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Keith, you good? Yep. Thumbs up. There will not be any action, Jim, just let you know. All right. Just an update on some projects. Brad, you got some plats?
Oh, time, just got which one?
Motion to go out of executive session into regular session.
I'll make a motion, we exit executive session and re-enter regular session.
By Adam and second by John. John, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
By John, second by Jeff. Jeff, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen.